So let's just get some more practice with some decimals. One of the ways that we can think about decimals is with money. Most of us have a pretty good understanding of how money works. We know that 100 pennies equals $1, and that's kind of, decimals are how money is expressed. So whenever you go to the store and see that something is $19.15, it's 19 and 15/100ths because 100 pennies equals $1. So decimals are part of our money system. So it's really important that we know those so that when you want to buy things, you understand what's going on. So let's have a look here. We have $0, so that means we have 0 ones because $1 would be equal to the ones place. Tenths, they're comparing dimes to tenths because it takes 10 dimes to equal $1. So we have 4 dimes, which means we have 4 tenths. And then we have 8 pennies, and it takes 8 pennies to equal $1, and it takes 100 hundredths to equal a whole. So we can say we have 8 hundredths when we have 8 pennies. So that gives us 48 hundredths or 48 cents. Go ahead and look at number 3 and try that one on your own. All right, so we have $2, which is equal to 2 ones. We have 9 dimes, which is equal to 9 tenths. And we have 1 penny, which is equal to 9 or 1/100th, which gives us 2 and 91 hundredths or $2.91. All right, let's take a look here. So we have this decimal represented by each model. Since you've done some review with this already, I'm gonna go ahead and have you do number 4 on your own. All right, so you should be able to see that there are 3 tenths colored in. So we have 0 wholes and 3 tenths. Go ahead and do number 5 on your own. All right, so you can see we have 0 wholes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths and 3 hundredths. 63 hundredths total. Boop. All right, so now we're gonna write each decimal. So they're giving it to us in word form and we're gonna write it as a decimal. So I have 2 tenths. So I have 0 ones and 2 tenths. Go ahead and look at number 7 and try it on your own. I have 25 hundredths. So I have 0 ones and 25 hundredths. Try number 8 on your own. I have 49 hundredths, okay? So I have 0 ones and 49 hundredths. Number 9, go ahead and try that one on your own. Here I have 73 hundredths. So I have 0 ones, 7 tenths, and 3 hundredths. And then here we have number 10 and number 11. And number 12. So I'm going to actually have you work on all this together before we check. So you're going to shade each model to represent the decimal and then circle the greater decimal. Go ahead and do that. All right, so we have 7 tenths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 51 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. Well, if we take a look here, we know that this one's going to be bigger, and we're going to go over this a little bit more later, but if you pay attention to place value here, we can see, zoom that in a little bit, they both have 0 in the ones place, but they both have different values in the tenths place. And in this case, a 7 is larger than a 5, so this number is automatically going to be larger because 7 tenths is larger than 5 tenths. All right, I hope you're ready to apply now what you've learned about decimals.